Hello, just going to make a quick video on this setup Hobart Welders has. Right here we're looking at the Champion 145. This is my stick welder. Also a generator. These are my quick disconnects. Those are lifesavers when you just need to get all your stuff out of the way. As you can see, it's all set up. It's also the generator, like I said, and then it'll run. What I'm going to look at today is my Hobart Ironman 230. This is a wire feed welder. You can see there. Let's go over a couple little tricks and tips for you. One thing I'm doing here is I'm running a new wire I've never used before, but I've heard good things about it. It's the blue Demon. It wasn't very costly, so I won't be out much. I'll run some welds and see how it does. This is the gasless flux-core carbon steel wire. So, because this wire is the flux-core wire, you need to reverse the polarity. You need to go from the DC positive, which would be here, your positive, is normally hooked up right here to your gun and the wire that's coming out of your gun. You have to reverse it. You'll have your negative here running to your gun and to the wire, and then your positive will go to your clamp. So right here, this positive wire goes out, comes around, and when you clamp it, that'll be your positive, then you're running your negative electrode. A couple other little things here I'll run through. If you can, when you find them, get yourself a good set of welding pliers. I'll show you why. If you need to tighten up one of the tips, and I'll show you where this goes. I mean, it's made to fit in there and tighten up or loosen once it gets stuck. It's also made where you get the bigger piece for the shroud that holds for all the gas. I'll show you that in a little bit, and clean it out. It's a good little tool to have. One trick that I wanted to go over is when you put this on, this is a left tighten, right loosey. So it's righty tighty, lefty loosey normally, but this is reversed. When you first put this on, before you take stuff off, get this snug. You want this nice and tight. You don't want a lot of play in it, because what happens is, and maybe you've heard, is a bird's nest. So what we'll do, let's put you back just a little. I'll give you a little demonstration. So this, what you do is you get the wire, then you don't got to worry about this unraveling on you. Get it through here. This is your tensioner for the wire. So your rollers, you need to make sure are set at the right size. This is 0.35, and this is also set at 0.35 in the roller. So this comes down, your tensioner will come up, and that's what puts tension in between these rollers that feeds your wire out to your gun. Okay, here's where a lot of people get messed up. This will be loose, or they'll accidentally let go of this wire, and when you do, this wire's going through there. Doesn't matter if it's a big welder, small welder. It's called bird's nest. And this is old wire, so I was going to show you. And if this slips, comes apart like that, you have a mess. And you can ruin a whole spool of wire with that bird's nest. It'll ruin your day. You got to go back to the store and get another one, or you got to cut out most of this. You know, if you can pinch it in here, figure out where it's at, cut most of it out, and you may still get snags. So it's pretty much trash. We will not be running gas in this application, because this is the gasless flux-core wire. So when it comes up to the gun, some people take this cap off, this shroud, because see, your gas comes out here. Your shroud, make sure it's pointed to go around your wire here. Let's see if that's easy enough to get out with my hand. When you first run your wire through, make sure that this is off. You don't want your tip in there, because any little bend in it, anything like that, will grab it. It makes it a little difficult to come out. We'll see if it will. Oh, it's kind of hard to get up through there. Let me go ahead and cut it. That little piece that's bent makes all the difference. I'll have to fire this up in a minute. There you go. See, it comes right out. Then, even though we're not running the gas, I like having the shroud on there. And I'll put a little bit of the anti-splatter spray on here, so that stays nice and clean and cleans up easy. With the DC, with the Flux-core DC negative, I'll give you a quick demonstration on that. So that's it, and then right here, I want to get you up to date. Let's see. So the solid wire, positive. See, that's where you have your positive going to your gun and the wire. Negative going to your clamp. What we did is we went, because we have the Flux-core wire, DC negative. So we went negative to the gun and the wire, positive to that clamp I showed you. This chart is actually really impressive for as charts go, because it gives you on your rollers if you need to replace them, the stock number. One great thing about this setup is I can go straight from welding with the gun that's on here and this gasless Flux-core wire to if I need to weld aluminum, I don't have to pull out my TIG. I can pull out my gun, switch this to the gun, come around here, plug the gun in down here, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Hobart did a good job with this. They're under the same parent company as Miller Welding, so they've been around a long time, make a good product. In the next video, I'll show you how to set the tensioner. I can mention real quick, what I like to do is get the gun, and I'll get a block of wood, and with it ready to go, I'll take the gun right here at an angle, pull the trigger, and if this wire feeds up like that and curls back on itself, then the wire's set right. If you pull the trigger and it goes straight and doesn't do anything, and these are spinning, you'll need to tighten up your tension. Or if it's getting smashed or it feels like it's really pulling on it, loosen it up to where you can get it a nice feed for your wire. Alright, well, that'll do it for this part. I'll be making a couple more videos. Just a couple little things I wanted to show you, like the bird's nest. I know some other videos not only talk about it, but you know, it happens to them on accident, but they don't show it in the video. So I wanted to show you what it looked like. And with your tips, make sure you have the right tips. We're running a 0.35 wire here. So the tip we have in the end of the gun, this tip in here needs to be for 0.35. Okay, not 3.0 or anything like that. You won't be getting fed out through there. Alright, have a good day. Happy welding. Talk to you soon.